Okay, now we know. Sorry, there we go. Okay, now we know the feud between Bow Wow and Jade Cargill was 100% a work. If that was the end of the feud there where they just meet up and talk about it, then I'm unhappy with it. But at minimum, it brought mainstream eyes to wrestling again, because many other news sites that weren't about wrestling actually reported on this. And wrestling hasn't consistently been in the mainstream since about the late 90s, early 2000s. But I like what was going on. I was worked and I was happy to be worked. I hope they keep up more of this type of thing to bring wrestling back into the mainstream consistently again. In all honesty, it looked like they will. They brought in Rick Ross, they brought in Kevin Gates. If they keep doing this, then wrestling will once again be pop culture instead of a niche market that just you and I love. I don't know how you feel, but when I was growing up, wrestling was everywhere and everybody was watching wrestling, or at least knew the main characters in wrestling. Nowadays, none of my friends watch wrestling. If I were to ask anybody I know to name a wrestler, they would go back to the 90s. And the response is usually, well, is The Undertaker still wrestling?